Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for your patience. We're getting ready for the semifinals here in TFL Open Skate number 5. I'm still Hail Monkey Man, believe it or not, even with his cool headgear. But for another time, you guys have not actually seen this Wombo combo before, but we're coming at you hot, fresh, and ready like a pizza that may or may not be of the best quality. But Jungle God, of course, to be the other end of this stud sandwich, but in the middle is a beautiful smile of Quanzek will be joining us going into this lovely semifinal and, of course, finals pairing. Welcome, gentlemen. Quanzek, I know you just got to work. You're wearing your Bill Cosby sweater. How are you feeling way on the West Coast over there? As good as a fudge pudding pop. How you doing out there, man?
I forgot this shirt was the Bill Cosby sweater in your mind. I'm doing great. I'm loving life right now. It's done a quick 180 for me. Starting a new job that I really enjoy. I mean, job search has been going well for me, and I'm still interviewing in other places, but I've just been able to finally take a little bit of a load off and be able to have a little bit of stability going on in my life as I'm trying to figure out what's going on in the next 2 months. But that's besides the point. Right now, it's all about this tournament. It's my first time here at the Open Skate. I've been watching at night every single time, desperately trying to get there if my hours allowed it, and now with the new job, I'm here for the first time.
Hey, you know what? Someone else that's going to be with you for the first time, at least in this capacity, is going to be our man, Jungle God. You've been here at least a couple different times, and I got to tell you, week 5, even though we did skip a week, so technically is, I guess, a week 6. This 5th rendition, though, of the Open Skate is absolutely ridiculous. There's upsets, there's new matches, and this one, you know, I don't think a lot of people have been expecting any of these outcomes so far.
No, that's really what it sounds like. I mean, just looking through the bracket, right? Like ghouls in the lower bracket, golden boys in the lower bracket, angels in the lower bracket. I mean, these are teams that either have won multiple times in the past or are top contenders every single time. But I mean, we've got some new faces out here with Freelo going up against Ballhogs. I mean, they were the ones who sent Golden Boys down to the lower bracket. That is absolutely insane. But we're going to be watching Amplified Wildcards. And of course, Wildcards, no stranger to anybody here. That dynamic trio of Nax, Max, and Flurp. Going up against Amplify, though, who just rebranded from Xantha. They got picked up by an esports org. So already they are showing, they are baring their teeth. They are making an impression here.
Yeah, this is the best place to be able to do that. As of course, if we've seen some of these teams, they've had some kind of learning curves as they've been able to come into their own. But as this game develops and as these players considerably get better, and then they slap new logos, new names, new ability to succeed upon themselves, well, all that weight rests upon their shoulders, and it's about what teams can be able to continue with it. We've got a great matchup. This is a semifinal, and we don't even know who's coming up with that upper final. Ballhogs will be fighting in a semifinal matchup as well against Freelo. It's anyone's guess, anyone's game, anyone's wants to be great here in the 5th rendition here of this Open Skate. Quanzek, with as little as you know, but you know, been able to maybe see late at night. I need you to make the most accurate of guesses and predictions possible. It's all in your hands. This will determine the rest of the bracket forever. No pressure.
Man, I mean, I feel like even if I did know absolutely everything and had every single statistic, I still wouldn't be able to predict it based off of what we've seen thus far into the bracket. Out of curiosity's sake, I pushed the show projected button on start, and they have Golden Boys going all the way from the lower bracket. So, you know, with how crazy this has been, let's get even crazier out. I'm going to go with Rebel Dynasty taking down Golden Boys in the lowers and then making that same run that Golden Boys is supposed to do.
Rebel Dynasty? Okay, wow, all right. Why not? Okay, Jungle.
Why not keep the crazy going?
Why not? All right, Jungle. What kind of god of madness are you? Do you believe in that chaos?
I believe in a different kind of chaos, and that chaos is going to be amplified tonight, Hail Monkey Man. I think we're going to see an Amplify win here and a run to the grand finals. They have been getting better every single week that I've seen them play. And this week is absolutely no exception. I mean, this week is the pinnacle, I think, so far of what we have seen out of them. I think they're going to ride that high to a win over the Wildcards. Love you, Z-Max and Nax and Flurp. Sorry to say, though. I think Amplify is going to take it. They're going to send wildcards down to the lower bracket where it's just going to be all-out mayhem and madness. But I think we're going to see an Amplify Grand Finals today. I think it's going to happen.
You know, I wanna sit in that crazy couch that apparently both of you are, because it's a great place to live. Honestly, look, we have a lot of great
this week.
It is. There's a lot of teams that are down there in like a weird place right now, and I'm here for it in the biggest possible way. I think Amplify is living up to their new org's namesake. They've really amped up their level of competition that they brought to the table, and I love being able to see these players continue to shine and grind, and showcase that they can be that next limit, that next evolution of competition. So and in case you guys didn't know, we crashed in the background, so we're making sure that all this is getting ready. We're getting all that stuff good to go. But Signs is showing good signs, and I mean, that's play on words, but also he's showing good play and performance on the pitch. Do you believe truly that Golden Boys may be able to make a lower bracket run and be able to grind it out? I currently have no idea what's going on down there, and I hasten to look. It's a scary place to be. Quanzek, do you think the 3-time in a row winners may survive?
I think there's no reason why they shouldn't. I mean, speaking of, ask and you shall receive, they just took Rebel Dynasty down in the lower bracket. They move on to loser's quarter, so they'll be waiting. The actually loser of this one will play Golden Boys, so a little bit of something for these teams to play for. They may be in the lower bracket, but they've done it each of the previous 3 weeks, so no slouches whatsoever. And as we're waiting for this match to get underway, we do actually have the other winner's semifinal also concluded. Ball Hogs will be awaiting for our next match following this one in the winner's final there, Juggle.
Yeah, they are going to be. They have secured their slot. They were able to beat Freelo, who took down the Golden Boys. So, was this kind of like was Freelo a one-shot wonder, right? Did they come out? Did they just have something special against Golden Boys? Did they spend it all? And now, we're gonna see these more consistent champions, these more consistent higher placing teams, find themselves in that position again. I'm not sure. I'm excited. I'll be watching that losers quarterfinal Z with Freelo. I'll have my eye on it in the background.
Oh man, and right now I am apparently going through a crash loop, haha. So make sure look, prayer hands. Everyone, hit me with prayer hands in the chat. Prayer hands, all maybe salute hands, whatever hands you can give me, because all hands on deck to be able to at least get this match started. We've been waiting patiently to be able to get there in the first place, and it's okay. I think this one, not the game. This is simply a hardware problem. So don't look. Yeah. This is just me being chaotic. We'll be able to get back in there in a second. Wildcards, I think, have a huge, obvious knowledge base in the game, and I think they have a capability to maybe slow down Amplify, because Signs is going to be big in this game. I think that we could be seeing that grand final. Ball Hogs, Justin Reverse, and Raptor seem to be really on a tear for glory and destiny. They want to be able to get there in a big way, and I'm feeling the passion tonight for everything to maybe reset itself to how it was maybe in week number 1. That really could be kind of how all this goes back to it. Like, you've seen people be able to get into maybe a rut, and big champions and big players find their ways out of those ruts and are able to really kind of put themselves in positions to succeed. So maybe this is the better players getting themselves back to where they know they should be.
I think that's definitely... Yeah, sorry, Joe. I was just gonna add in there. I think that's definitely a great point. I mean, that's how players become great. They have that clutch factor. They're able to show up in the moments that matter, and you can win as many titles as you want, blah blah blah. But the moments that the fans will actually ingrain into their brains is when there's some phenomenal play that shocks the world, this viral clip, whatever the case is. Those are the moments that people strive for, period, whether it's video games or sports, and maybe Ball Hog's hoping to kindle that and tap back into their week 1 energy.
You know what? I'm going to leave this one for you guys. Quanzek, Juggle. We're going to go all the way into Mexico Arena.
Win!
So why don't we go there live and in person? Amplify Wildcards, which, believe it, is still a best of 3, but it's just you two that we get to find out which will be the one that will take us all the way there. Juggle, it's off to you.
We are getting ready to see these players launch themselves out of the chute, down the ramp. 7 minutes on the clock, 5 seconds till the ball is released. All these players positioning themselves now in front of those chutes to try and get an early possession. Gonna be Z-Max for the wild cards with it this time around. Finds Max high on the wall. They're gonna start to skate through backwards. Goes for a manual pass onto the wall. Curry able to pick it back up. Gets tackled, but not before they can get the pass off. Z-Max able to activate that second gate. Goes for another manual pass on the side, but gonna be picked up. Ball's turned over.
Yeah, that ball hung in the air there for a while. This one will actually almost make its way back around, but a little bit contention here in the corner. The tackle comes out, and it will be Signs picking it up. And we're all square through 45 seconds into this match. Just toying with it now, waiting to see how this play develops, who he can dish it to, and there he goes over to Yuso, now connecting with Tathon. They'll connect on that first credit towards their initial lap.
Ball gonna be loose, but Signs picks it up. A nice manual pass pickup from them. Gonna be a magnetic pass to Yusu high on the wall. Gonna be one pass that misses, though. Who's gonna pick it back up? It will, in fact, be Signs, but the shot is denied.
Yeah, that ball just a little bit too dangerous rolling around, and when they did finally gain possession, it was enough time for Nax and crew to sink in and take possession again. The gate is now open. Shot coming out. The connect on the pass, but Flip can't put it in. Will get tackled, and the ball will switch possession again.
I gotta say, both of these teams so far, Quanzek, look to be very evenly matched in my view, right? We're seeing some great passing play coming out from each side. Both teams able to kind of keep the ball away from the other and generate scoring opportunities as well. So really, nobody has a decisive edge in my mind. And with 2 minutes already off the clock and no goals to be scored, I think the game's really reflecting that as well.
And, you know, to go even further into that point, either one of these teams have had one solid chance, and that's about it. Maybe there's going to be another one here for Flurp. Open net to shoot at, trying to play goal against Yuso. He makes the goal line save. That couldn't have gone much closer there, Juggle.
That was just beautiful. Beautiful recognition by Yusu that they were going to go for the juke. They were going to go for the shot behind the goal. Yusu able to just slide through it, stay on that wall, and make the save. I love seeing goal play like that.
Avon able to connect on that manual pass. Here's Signs now. Waiting for a teammate to get open. I think he sees Tathon, but actually he might just go all himself. And there it is. Signs gonna fake the pass and just hang on that right wall, do a little dunk into the goal, and that's gonna be one up here.
Beautiful play right there. The timing was just a little bit off from, I believe it was Nax on the goal line there. So not quite able to get in position quick enough. That's going to lead to a goal. That's going to lead to a lead for Amplify. First possession, though, over to the Wildcards, but not for very long as Tathon has it back.
Amplify just trying to extend on their lead. I mean, we saw how these first 3 minutes of this match went. It took a long while and a few very solid plays from Amplify before they were able to finally get something on the scoreboard. There's no need to let Wildcards back into this one. As it stands right now, though, Wildcards with possession, with something else on their mind. They're connecting back and forth, working towards that initial lap.
That they are, and they're making good progress with it as well. They're able to kind of connect the dots around that first corner, but it gets interrupted by Amplify. And now, loose ball gonna be ending up in possession of the Wildcards. They should be able to activate this first gate.
Sort of hovering around the goal as both these teams fight for possession. We'll end up with Signs, but that pass doesn't go through, and it's going to be Z-Max taking over. now going the distance along this straightaway. Flurp gets possession, working towards the initial lap. Lots of speed behind him, and a man in tow. Gonna quickly hit a quick little turnaround, but not before he connects with Nax. Nax to Flurp now. Lap's complete, and there's the shot. There's the pass, and it's again Yusu on the goal line for the second time, denying the scoring opportunity.
Yusu has just been an impenetrable wall tonight for Amplified. It is just nothing has been going through for the wildcards, and it's all due to their play so far. Signs now able to pull a couple of the defenders away. That makes an opportunity for them to get the pass off the Tathan. Now the rotations from the wildcards been a little bit disrupted, but they have found their placements again. Gonna be Signs ducking right underneath both the players. They go for a long shot, just a little bit low, but a beautiful recognition of the opportunity right there. And in fact, they still have possession. They're going for a three-pointer here, Quanzek.
Yeah, that long shot just turned into a more elaborate, pass, and now with the goal open and the second lap completed, here's Signs looking for it, gonna fake the initial one, and actually opt for the third lap with all players in the net. Let's see if they're able to complete and put this game on ice.
The defense is firing on all cylinders right now. They get the tackle. Are they going to be able to recover it? It's not going to be the case. It's going back in. 5 points is open right now. They could put this game away right now, and they do! That's going to be Amplify up 6-0 for the Wildcards in this first best of 3.
I mean, MVP of this match has to go to Signs. Yes, I understand they got the 5 points there in the end. They're completely responsible for their team taking the victory, but more so the recognition there to fake the shot once they had the second lap completed, knowing where all 3 members of the wild cards were, not to shoot that ball, and instead taking it around for that third lap. Just a brilliant heads-up play, good knowledge of the game. That's going to put themselves up a game, set this team up for match point.
That was nuts. Holy cow. That was... Juggle, break it down for me. I think we saw Yusu, the Iron Wall, and Signs, the Golden Spear. Which one was mightier in that matchup?
Honestly, to me, I'm going to give it to Yusu. And, you know, maybe that's a little bit of bias. I love goaltending. I love good goaltenders. But they nailed it this game, right? I mean, that very first shot that they blocked was just picture perfect, you know, duck through the gate or slide through the gate and then jump on the wall, uppercut on the wall to stay in front of it. Absolutely beautiful play. And in addition, I think what that did is it kept the wildcards from getting any kind of momentum. And that just allowed Shines to do just that, shine.
Well, we're going to be going into Brooklyn. Maybe a little bit of that sign shine will have to require a bit of spit polish as the wild cards. Will they draw 4? Or will all the colors be in favor of Amplified? You were calling for a grand final. Amplified. Amplified is amped. And they may be ramping themselves up into a winner side final. Let's go ahead and check it out. Let's send you over there, man.
We are back in Brooklyn.
We are back in Brooklyn, and I'm speechless right now over, was that an Uno reference by Monkey? Is that what that was? That was, honestly, props to you. I've heard you say some crazy stuff, but that Uno reference, that might take the cake for one of the most obscure ones out there, but somehow it works. We are going to have to reset here, unfortunately.
Sadness.
Yep.
All right. You know,
sadness.
It's name of the game at this point. So you know what? We'll redo. We'll get back to it.
Yeah.
So okay, looking at where wild cards maybe didn't meet their normal comeuppance, their normal kind of side of performance. Juggle, you've seen them a little bit more often than Quanzek. Kind of give it to me. Signs is really kind of coming into himself. We've gotten to play with him when it came to Valorant a little bit.
Yes.
Maybe is some of that pinpoint accuracy just coming in to play today?
Right? Yeah, some of that what is it? The precision gameplay, right? That we see out of Valorant, right? Coming in having an effect here. No, I think it absolutely could be the case. And in addition, the wildcards, they're doing well. They're playing it very by the book. Both teams, I think, are actually playing a very, very controlled and calculated game right now, right? But I think where the wildcards are getting caught up is they're I'm not seeing anything creative. I'm not seeing anything like out of the ordinary. I'm not seeing anything that's throwing off the competition. Amplify, right? I mentioned that goal that Yusu blocked as well, right? Great block from him. Maybe not necessarily the best recognition of when to shoot from the wildcards. I would like to see maybe a little bit better decision making there. I want to see them be a little more creative. Show me something I haven't seen. Throw us off in the booth. Throw off Amplify. That's what we need to see, I think, coming out from wildcards if they're going to take this. Because right now, by the book, by the numbers, in this calculated, head-to-head matchup, Amplify is taking it.
With the way that you're saying "show me," I would swear that you're from the "show me" state. So are you a big Missouri guy? Big Missouri fan? No? Okay, maybe. So all right, but Quanzek, I mean, for these two teams, any slivers of difference from what we've seen so far? Did you hate my reference over there?
No, I loved it. Monkey,
Look,
you of all people have seen me grow in casting from day one. I hate to admit it, but there's a lot of analogy game in my casting that is purely inspired from you, and I have said some of your stuff before, okay?
Aw.
So I appreciate those, and I have nothing but love for them. I will always be in your corner, despite maybe some of the audience cringing when you do say one or two of those phrases. But I'm going to harp back on your analysis here for a second, Juggle. You took the words right out of my mouth. I was going to say I want wildcards to play more like their namesake. I felt like everything they were doing there was incredibly projected regarding where they were defensively, or the shots was a great example that you gave. They had 2 or 3 absolutely perfect scoring opportunities there. That was really just shot into the netminder. And yes, great goaltending, but there's somebody on the other side of that too. Somebody has to shoot it, and maybe just a little bit more recognition on delaying an extra second, throwing in an extra pass, whatever the case is. Just don't be as obvious to the fact where your opponent can go for a third lap when all 3 of you are staying in front of the net and you lose the game. Like, not ideal.
So something that we need to take an aghast to the other side, and I think the chat already knows because a raid came in from Razzie Boy.
Let's go Razzie.
One of the teams of the day that is helping create all these upsets. Freelo beat Ghouls in the lowest side of the bracket. So no one knows what's going on right now. Absurdity, as we're just trying to be able to get this match continued right now between Amplify. There's Golden Boys is the last soul. Well, okay. We do have Ball Hogs waiting in the winners final for who's going to come out between Amplify and Wildcards. And we do have Golden Boys waiting for the loser of this to go down there, figure out all that, and then face off against them and go against Freelo. Freelo has come out to play today, and it is by miles that I don't think anyone has expected any of this stretch of just chaos. What's going on tonight, Juggle? What did you put in the water? What's happening?
For legal reasons, I can't say, but.
Okay.
Oh man, I gotta start filtering my water. What the heck is going on?
You should do that anyway. Come on.
Well, tonight at least, what I'm putting in my water is a little bit of extra energy. I'm slamming the energy drink here today, but everything is topsy-turvy. Everything's upside down. I mean, it's like what? We leave Team Frontline open skate for a week and all hell breaks loose. I mean, this is don't get me wrong, I love it, but like this is just upset city this week.
It is.
And I need to take a look here. I need to take a peek and just see who is on this team Freelo. Because I don't know this. Oh, just Mr. Shandy's on there. I know Shandy. Yeah. Shandy's a great player. Yeah. But I don't know if we've actually seen them compete yet in Team Frontline.
I believe they played once before. I am so bad with remembering names, but I know that I really do think that they had played once before on a separate squad. They'll be able to tell us probably in the chat.
Maybe.
if they're waiting. But what everyone's been waiting for, though, is for us to be able to get over to Brooklyn. We finally got it all ready. I think that we're good to go. This is crazy right now. Everything is in shambles, and you guys in the chat, you got to tell us one way or another why. What is going on? What's happening? And maybe one way or another, we'll be able to see if Brooklyn will be able to dissect and divert who will be moving on. Will it be Amplify that will be taking down the wild cards and then moving on to the Ball Hogs? I'll just have to wait and see. It's up to you, boys. Quanzek, take us away.
Oh, I'm so ready for the second match. That first one was just a teaser. I mean, we watched 3-4 minutes in. I was like, okay, we're going to be going the distance. We're going to be going as far as this match will take us. And yet, it was Amplify able to come out on top, getting that first one. Just such a brilliant play to get that third lap, that 5-goal score on the board. But we will get underway here in game 2. Shines with possession first.
Shine's gonna find a pass up high on the wall to Tayfon. They're gonna get an easy pass through the second and third gate. Slips right past one defender, but now all three of them on it. Gonna go for a long pass. A shot. Not gonna find the net, and instead is picked up by the Wildcards. Hoping to get something going here, but Tayfon there just as quick. Nax follows it up with another tackle, and we're in the mosh pit. We are in the mosh pit, Quanzek, in this first bowl.
Possession is switched probably about a dozen times in the last 7 seconds, but it looks like we do finally have some clarity as it's none other than Signs with the ball. Just trying to figure out what the play is for the time being. Getting the first credit, gonna dish it off over to Yusu. That magnet pass won't connect. That's a little bit awkward. Possession will fall into the hands of Flurp, who will then be in charge of towing the line for his squad.
Flurp finds themselves kind of caught in that 2-3 straight in an awkward position. Ball does turn over. Signs with it once again, looking to take it around the back side of the rink, trying to pull a couple defenders out of place, see if they can just mitigate the damage that bowl can do. But Flurp comes in and does the damage anyway, picking the ball back up for the Wildcards, seeing if they can get something started here.
A little dish over to Z-Max. Z-Max now connects with Nax. The axe connection as it finds itself one more time. Now eventually the Flurp able to dodge that oncoming tackle. One on, and Signs able to thread the needle but not get possession. It remains in Wildcard's hands. The gate is open. Next going for it, dishing off to Z-Max. The shot actually isn't going to come through. Going to fake it, jumping over the goal. They're still going to maintain possession now. Flurp dodging two, now going towards the net. Passes over to Z-Max. Shot still doesn't come out, though. I keep on trying to hype it up, but it's just anticlimactic every single time. Looks like they will opt for the second lap.
This is the Wildcards I've been waiting to see. They've been passing and dancing around these defenders. They go for an open net shot and take 3 points. This is the Wildcards we've been waiting for.
I mean, that's exactly the type of unpredictable we wanted to see. They didn't fake the shot once. They didn't fake it twice. It was 3 or 4 times where they were finally like, okay, you know what? We're going to take a play out of your playbook and just take that extra lap, able to succeed, put in the 3 points into the goal. They're looking poised to take this game 2 and force this game 3. Although Signs was the hero of the last one. Let's see if they can repeat.
They're going to skate around the back side of the rink. Nice little juke there. Possibly going back around the front side now as Signs, but they picked up Tayfon right on the high on the wall in that 3-4 bowl. They're going to run it back down to that 2 gate where literally all of the defenders of the Wildcards are at the moment. They knew that someone was going to have to go there. Nice jump there from Signs to dodge out of the way of one of the defenders, but Flurp going to eventually be able to pick up the ball and start their possession.
Pulling it down the straightaway, will connect with Nax, and look at the amount of speed. Breaking the 100 mark there is now Z-Max. Gonna do the same. Coming back down across. They're getting close to that second lap.
Wow.
once they cross this next gate, they'll have it, and they will be able to put away the game. There it is, the +3 showing on the goal. Z-Max looking for it, gonna pass it over to Flip. Flip now gonna walk it in with the dodge, and that was clinical from Wildcards.
That was beautiful. That's what I think, this entire game. This is the Wildcards we know. This is the Wildcards we love. They were able to just... Yeah, what's the analogy or the comparison I'm looking for here right now? I mean, it was... they were playing connect the dots around the defenders that entire game, right? Their passing game was just stellar. Their juking game around the goal was perfect. They waited until the opportunities presented themselves. They didn't try to rush anything, and they found success. Same scoreline as the last game, but a different team on top this time.
That was precision. Basically, we've seen the winning factor is get 6 goals, or 6 points at least.
Yeah,
That's what you gotta do. Apparently, a couple threes is gonna do that very, very quickly. So, I mean, Quanzek, this one seemed to just be dominated by possession by the Wildcards. Where did signs? They're showing bad signs out there.
Yeah, the communication with the sign language on the team just wasn't apparently that good. They only held the ball for a handful of times. It felt like that ball was almost always highlighted in blue.
Yeah.
And Wildcards just controlled the entire pace of play, that entire match. I mean, they dictated what they did with the ball, when, how Amplify was playing. I mean, Amplify didn't look like they had any chance to even go toe-to-toe in that one, and I couldn't predict who's winning game 3, and so because I can't predict, I'm gonna make you do it, Juggle, because I don't know between these two teams who's gonna be able to take it. It was very good from game 1 from Amplify, and even if not better from Wildcards in game 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say that right now, Wildcards has the momentum. To me, it looks like they downloaded Amplify in that last game, so I think we may in fact be in for a Wildcards win here. So going back on my earlier prediction, I think the tables have turned. I think the momentum now in their favor, but we'll just have to wait and see as this third and final game between these two juggernauts gets underway, and Z-Max making a dash with an early possession through that 4th gate. Goal is open. Nax has an opportunity here. Gonna be a nice pass up. Goes for the dunk, but a nice roundhouse kick from the defense stops that in its tracks.
Who else other than Yuso? Another spectacular save. I mean, it's got to be their calling card here. They've performed it 3 times against Wildcards, and it will come up strong each and every single time. Here's Signs. Gonna dish it over to Yuso. Yuso back to Signs. Signs now gonna go the distance, looking for the connection to Tathon. They're still opting for the long ways around the arena to hit these gates.
Yeah, but it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. Yeah, they're keeping possession. They're avoiding the defenders, which is the big thing, right? This game, it's not necessarily a marathon. It's not necessarily a sprint. It's like a nice 10K, right? Like a nice 10K run. You gotta be able to go for the long game, but you still have to push it a little bit when needed. And right now, that goal is open. Tathon has an opportunity. Gonna look at it from the backside. Takes a quick peek. Says not this time. We're gonna go around. We're gonna see if we can get that 3 spot at least. Right now, just 1 defender up against 2 of the attacker. Signs comes away with the ball. 3rd point is open, looking for it, but a big tackle from Flurp denies even the opportunity to shoot their shot.
The read there from Flurp was perfect. The timing, the second that Signs hit the ground. I mean, Flurp was right there for the tackle and the change of possession. So able to match with a good little bit of defense, shut down that second lap potential for Amplify, and that's something that Amplify definitely wanted to have in their pockets. I mean, momentum's been dead on their side for a little bit now, and I mean, Wildcards just look like they're continuing to expand on, and while they haven't had possession in this one, they're doing very well at shutting down Amplify with any sort of offensive output they may want to have.
And they're doing a great job, at least at the moment, of maintaining possession. Both of these teams actually are doing a pretty good job of it this time around. The name of the game really, I think, this time is going to be the attack, right? Is going to be which team can maintain this ball possession for the longest. Flurp with an opportunity, passes it off to Z-Max, gonna look for the backside of the net, but once again, opting for that third point. But they don't have much momentum. They're forced to do a manual rolling pass down to Flurp, who again, not with a lot of momentum, gonna be very hard of avoiding those defenders, but able to do it. At least for the moment, Signs does eventually catch up.
Yeah, Flurp not able by enough time. You saw both of his teammates reaching for the rafters in order to pick up that speed, but pass just did not come out soon enough. They do get possession back, though. Although we are still scoreless through 3 minutes of this game. Quick little change, quick little tackle by Signs, and it might just be one goal and done here. I mean, both these teams have opted for that second lap for those 3 points. But
wow.
At this point, nobody's even on the board.
Oh my gosh! The caster goes right there, but
yeah,
what an amazing series of plays right there. Let's break that down. There was a chase for that loose ball, right? And initially, it was the Wildcats who had the lead on that ball. They were set to get it, but because of a boost from the side of Amplify, they were able to catch up, get a tackle in, and allow a couple of the members of Amplify to come away with the ball, and that just left the net open and a beautiful opportunity for them to score. So, great recognition of that opportunity there from Amplify. Let's see if they can hold on to this lead now, Quanzek.
Oh, they have the tickets to the winners final. Just got to do it defensively, and they do have a player named Yuso in their ranks.
Yes, they do.
They can rely on that brick wall in the back to hold on straight. Yusu gonna be able to do all he can for his team, but currently it's gonna be Nax with the first lap completed, toying around with it. Will go for the pass, but that's immediately cut up by who else other than Yusu.
Signs now with the ball, trying to get around a couple of defenders, but a great play there from Z-Max to deny the angle that the Amplified member wanted to take coming down that wall. Pathan has possession, but got to skate back for that first gate. It's going to be tough with 2 defenders, but he jumps over him, dodges the third. Signs now, this is a great breakaway opportunity because all of those defenders threw everything they had at, I believe it was Yusu, to try and get around him, but an inopportune pass going to be picked up by Flurp.
Flurp with the reset there will get credit towards the first gate. And it looks like Wildcard's more than happy to play this one slow. They do drop possession. This ball's up for grabs. It's going to be Flurp, first one in control. Has 2 members trailing him and 1 in front of him. Hits a quick little dodge. Able to connect with Z-Match there on the sidewall. Back and forth they go. Give and go. And look at this transition play. The passing plays coming out here for Wildcards. Able to connect and get their first lap nearly completed here. There it is. Z-Max now looking for the shot. Dishing it to Flurp, and that was
beautiful.
Picture perfect.
Love these passing plays that we're seeing above the net right now coming out from Wildcards. They're really playing that position nicely, and I think if they can tap into that more, that might be the route towards success that they need over Amplify. So, tied game, 1.5 minutes left to go. We've seen a lot more time burned off the clock before a goal has happened. Are we headed to overtime here, Quanzek?
It might very well be. I mean, both these teams are very content to take it incredibly slow. They've been playing the possession game with only 1 minute and some change left to go. I don't know if they're going to be able to do that before we see overtime. Nax intercepting. Going for a pass around the back wall. There's the 60-second warning, and Flurp gonna lose it to Tathon. Tathon now losing it to Nax. And it looks like possession will temporarily be in Wildcard's hands.
Z-Max gonna find Flurp high on the wall. This is a nice breakaway opportunity, but Signs is there quickly, as is one of the other defenders. Flurp able to dodge around them, though. Juke them at least for the moment. Find Z-Max high on that wall. They're gonna be able to get past 1, 2, 3 defenders. They will activate that second gate, but now they got to get through Signs and Tathon again. They're They're gonna find Flurp high on the wall, but he gets tackled in the possession rather, going back over to Amplify.
15 seconds left. I don't think there's going to be time to complete a lap here, especially with Flurp going the wrong direction. Going to be ticking down here with the clock. Here's Z-Max actually going for it. Nobody's in sight. All of Amplify opting to sit by the net. They're going to get the first lap, and the shot was just too high. We are in overtime, though. And I'm ready to sit here for the next hour and a half.
Right? Oh my gosh. Flurp with the ball, trying to do what they can around that 1-2 ball to see if they can find an opportunity, find a crack in the armor. They have got an opportunity to go for the shot, but it's a little off its mark. Will they be able to catch up to it and maintain possession? Flurp does get it. An opportunity right here. It's just Yusu who's going to come out bigger this time around. Yusu goes up for the block, but he's on the ground now, and Signs picks it up, recognizing Yusu wasn't there, but the possession still in favor of Wildcards. But now they got to go back and activate those gates.
Yeah, second time's the charm, maybe. Flurp tried to fake out one, fake out the second, not able to do it. Gates open. Z-Max going for the pass. The tackle comes out right when the catch happens, but they keep possession. Z-Max able to put it in. Somehow nobody from Amplify grabbed it on the sidewall, and Z-Max with an alley-oop off the tackle.
A beautiful play there from Z-Max to put that game away, give the win to the Wildcards, and send them to face the Ball Hogs in the winners finals.
Woo. As phenomenal series there. I mean, I threw it to you to predict Juggle, but honestly, I thought that one would be a runaway train from one of these teams carrying momentum, tapping into what they found in games 1 or 2. That was neck and neck. We had to go overtime, and it couldn't have gotten much closer there, Monkey.
That was crazy. That's exactly what I was hoping to see. Amplify has really amped up their level of play. Kind of different disappeared. Okay, first off, we have a debate in the chat, and mostly it's just us being told how to say it. Is it signs or Signes? Juggle God, did he ever correct you when he called him signs?
He never did correct me when I called him signs. You know what? I'm gonna send him a quick message and just find out.
Okay, all right.
But I'm gonna go with signs. I feel like it's signs. I don't know. But maybe chat's gonna disagree with me. Maybe I'm getting flamed as we speak.
Someone says Sinez. Okay, why not? Right? Shineezy. Oh my gosh, you guys are trolls. But what a stellar showcase. Wildcards, though, in a familiar position. We haven't seen the Wildcards versus Ball Hogs showcase in a little bit. As we're looking at this, Quanzek, what does Amplify have to do to survive going to the lower side of the bracket? What Wildcards need to continue to do, or maybe do better, to see themselves push through the Ball Hogs and get to that grand final?
So first questions first. Amplify gonna face off against Golden Boys?
I believe so. I can track. Yes.
Yeah. Yep. That's exactly what's gonna happen. I guess maybe it was didn't mean to phrase it like a question. I was staring at the bracket, so apologies for that one.
So good.
But I guess I don't know. Maybe tap into a VOD from Freelo or something. See what they did against Golden Boys. Because they're definitely a team to beat right now, and only one team has done it. With a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? A lot of sureness, guaranteed victory over Golden Boys. Freelo taking it 2-1, but Amplify just gonna need to tap into what they did in that game 1, just getting unpredictable, going the distance, and trying to control the pace of the game. Wildcards, you played exactly like your namesake these previous 2 games, and that's exactly why you won that series. Third game was a lot more even, a lot more possession, but when it came down to it, and when Wildcards had to put the goal in, it was the trick plays, the mind games. That's exactly what they did, and it's exactly what they're gonna need to continue doing when we see them face up against Ball Hogs here in the winners final.
You know what? We're going to explore more of that here in just a moment. We're actually going to take a very short break. I know that this Ball Hogs team has been waiting, and this is going to be the winner's final. You two are going to be coming back with us, and of course, all of you will as well. It's the Ball Hogs and the Wild Cards. Wouldn't you believe it? Two teams that we've seen a lot before, but who will be placing themselves into the grand final? You'll only be able to find out right after this.
Can't see through your skin. I'm not your guardian. I can't see through your skin. Can't see through my skin. Everything will be fine. Stop scratching my mind. I don't know. So I'll
I lost your attention. I'm running out your mind. Don't know the direction to your side. Got the wrong impression. I thought that we were fine, but now it's turned to ice. So I don't get you, I don't chase. So you decide.
All right, we made that one much faster than the last one. Welcome back, everyone. We're getting ready for the winners finals of this Open Skate number 5 as presented by Team Frontline. I'm still Helm Monkey Man with Quanzek and Juggle God, and we're getting ready for the first ticket to the big show, the Ender, as you would, between, all these different teams. We've got Ball Hogs coming up, trying to be like TFL 1 Open Skate Ball Hogs, and looking pretty good doing it. But they're going to have to go against the wild cards who did just take down, at least for now, the Amplify kids who were amped up for today's tournament. Even if Amplify somehow doesn't make it out of the Golden Boys clutches, they've showcased that they can really make a run. But I think there's a lot of people that want to see that go even further. Juggle, on your side of things, though, we have some very familiar faces. How do we feel about the new look, at least with, instead of Mob Spies, Riley coming in for the Ball Hogs? Do they stand a big chance when we go against wild cards?
I think they absolutely do. And, I think you could look at the previous performance in this tournament one of two ways, right? You could take a look at the Ball Hogs and just say, wow, they are popping off this tournament. They have 2-0'd everyone they faced, including Freelo, who, delivered that big upset, or 2, I believe, even, in this series already. Or in this tournament already. So you could take a look at it and be like, they're firing on all cylinders. They're doing great. But on the flip side, you could say they haven't really been challenged yet, potentially, right? Whereas the wildcards, they just had a very tough match against Amplify. So are the wildcards now firing on all cylinders because of that, right? Have they been tempered by the flames that they have been through? Or are the Ball Hogs just on that much of a tear that they're going to be able to run over Amplify? I'm really not sure which way it's going to go. But, if you press me for it, I would give a prediction.
We may do that. I'm going to leave that to Quanzek to really pressure you for, because I want to press you guys straight into some gameplay. We're going to go to the sandy beaches. We're going to get our speedos, or banana hammocks, or whatever you want to call them. If you just want to go freebie, free low, if you will, free on the down low, that's up to you, man. Maybe it's South Beach. Maybe it's wherever you want to be. Quanzek, we look at these teams. What's your hot take? What will be your championship take? Who will be making it to the grand final?
Man, it's hard to deny Wildcard's momentum coming into this after their last series, but Ball Hogs have not dropped a game yet. Based off of that alone, I'm going to give it to Ball Hogs. I think that they continue their winning streak and advance to 8-0 on the day.
All right, well, let's see if that is what's gonna happen or not. We have loaded in. Players starting now to position themselves on the wall for the bomb. Gonna be Z-Max with the very first possession, but that's over near the 3-4 gate, so he's got quite a ways to skate back. Is going to be able to find Nax as well, but the tackle comes in, and now Riley has the ball. She's looking to gain a little bit of speed right here, but doesn't have a whole lot. She's gonna be easy pickings. And that is exactly what happens. Loose ball, though, eventually picked up by Z-Max.
Z-Max now taking it all the way around. There's the first gate, and gonna hit another quick little 180 after hitting the brakes. Flirt flying high in the air, dodges the oncoming tackle. Still got pressure on, though, so he'll dish it away to Z-Max. Z-Max back to Flirt. Gate is open. And Flirt's looking for it, tries for the pass, and it's denied on the goal line. And even though Z-Max regains possession, they're going to have to try that lap all over again.
That they are, but it looked very clean that first time. They were able to dance around these defenders really, really well, like they saw them do to Amplify in the last game. So right now, what they've been doing seems to be working well against these Ball Hogs. Another shot denied, this time due to a tackle. Riley picks it up again. Can she get a little bit further this time around? She's going to have to outskate, though. I believe that was Z-Max hot on her tail. She does get over to that 3-4 bull, finds just a reverse high on the wall. Justin able to get that first gate now finally unlocked for them, and he's got a bit of a breakaway. He's got a lot of speed and momentum. He should be able to get this third one activated, but he's got two defenders to get around. Goes for a long shot. Gonna be picked up, though, by Max, denying another goal.
Yeah, Justin looked pretty for about 3 left turns, 3/4 of the way around the arena, but once he rounded that corner, too much pressure, too hot to handle, had too many stars on him, and went for that long shot slash pass that was just intercepted on the opposite end. Here are wild cards with the first lap completed. Flair pinging the quick 180, going for the shot, the pass, and it just gets batted away, but they do maintain possession before it switches hands. Able to take a second stab at this, but what a tackle there on the sidewall, and it will switch possession. That will be yet another reset as we're nearing 3 minutes gone in this match.
Beautiful defensive play coming out from both sides right now, and I think what's been most interesting is that the defense has prevented shots from largely even being taken so far, right? The shots on goal have been very few and far between, maybe even completely absent so far. Lerp with the ball, only briefly. Riley, she picks it up, gets the pass off to just in reverse. Now, it's got to be Raptor with the ball. Falls down, though. Nice tackle. Max picks it up once again to see if the Wildcards can make more of it, but right now there's two defenders hot on the ball. It's got to be Lerp with it now. Running around the front side of the rink, able to activate that third gate. Nice recognition of where the defenders were. Goes up on that inner wall. Now Z-Max with an opportunity to score. But Riley, she saves it beautifully. And the Wildcards have denied again a shot through the backside of the goal.
What a save there. Riley uppercutting on the backside and then diving through to connect on that save. What a brilliant defensive showing there. Here's Flurp. They've tried a few times now. I don't know if it's the 3rd, 4th, or 5th attempt, but whatever the case is, I'm sure they're hoping that'll be the charm. Trying to keep this offensive low-key as best as they can. I mean, they've done their best, but just not able to make it happen. Here's Justin around the corner. Has a couple on him. Might go for a manual pass down the long way, and that's exactly what happens as he's looking for Raptor. They will connect.
Raptor with the ball. Finds Riley. Goal is open. Riley gets tackled, but not before she's able to get the ball off. Is it going to be picked up again? And it does, but Nax picks up the ball after the tackle, and Flirt able to start running things back.
Flirt to Z-Max. Z-Max gets tackled. Possession still up in the air. Riley. And this is one other player. I didn't see who, but they tackled each other. The ball sat on the ground for a while. Raptor able to catch up with that ball, jumping over the oncoming tackle and sending a manual pass all the way down the other end, but it will get picked off by Z-Max. And either one of these teams still looking to open the floodgates for the scoring. This is our first game, and we could not be closer right now for what another at least 9 minutes to go here in the rest of the series.
Z-Max with an opportunity for a shot, looking for it. That's going to be Flirt high on the wall, but a full read by Raptor. Gonna deny that goal once again. You know, earlier, Quanzek, I said this game was going to be decided by the offense. No, it's the defense. The defense now has been the true difference maker. But Flirt with an opportunity here. Are they going to be able to take it? Oh, Nax accidentally, inadvertently blocks the shot from going in. That was an open goal. And they still make something of it. Flurp going to be looking for another opportunity here. The goal's open at the moment, but now all three defenders just dancing around it. There's an opportunity. Raptor, beautiful uppercut, denies the shot. The defensive game so far from the Ball Hogs has been just stellar.
Yeah, I mean, that's all it's been, though. You said that this game has been coming down to everything defensively. The Ball Hogs haven't gotten a genuine good look on net. Right. They've gotten 4 spectacular saves, but that doesn't matter if you're not able to threaten a goal in the first place. It's literally all been Wildcard's control, and while they haven't been able to put it in, they are soundly my pick to take this game because there's no threat against them right now.
You're absolutely right. The ball hogs have just been stymied completely as far as opportunities to take shots on goal. You know, at some point, they are going to falter. And is it going to be now with just 30 seconds left to go? ZMax finds Flurp high on the wall, but a tackle's going to yield control over to Justin Reverse. Goes for a self pass off the wall, but it's going to be picked up instead by Nax. Reads it beautifully. Going to go for the pass over to Flurp. Activating that first gate. Flurp now taking it around the backside. Regulation just about over here as the ball changes hands once again over to the ball hogs. Riley has it now. Can she find some momentum? Justin Reverse getting the ball. Going up on that middle wall. Riley with it once again, but she's tackled, but not before she's able to get the pass off to Raptor, who now has the potential breakaway, but tackles themselves. Riley has to take the ball again. Now looking for that pass high on the wall to Justin Reverse. He's able to take it on the middle wall, looking to just gain a little bit of speed, see if they can find an opportunity for a pass, because now we are in sudden death, Quanzek.
And this looks like it could be put away immediately. Justin Reverse going for the net, and all it took was one. That was the longest setup play. They toyed with that ball for so long in the opposite corner from the goal, but they're able to keep possession, able to pick up speed, eventually isolate one defender from the net, and Justin Reverse puts it in. They hang on by a thread all game defensively and come out on top with only that one shot to their name.
Whew. Whew. Let me tell you right now. There's an OT that I think may be finished. I don't know. Chat can tell me one way or another. That's going on in the lowers between Golden and Amplify.
Oh my gosh.
And it went beyond 6 minutes. It was an 8-minute OT, and Golden Boys won by 1-0. This game.
Wow.
Yeah.
And this game was threatening to maybe be postured for that because of stellar defense. How do you break through something like that? Because I mean, rotations, passing, nothing seemed to be doing it for wildcards, and it took one good play. The war of attrition won for the side of the Ball Hogs, at least in game one here, Joker God.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I'm a little surprised because I thought that eventually the gate would crack, right? There would be some showing, some wear and tear on the side of the Ball Hogs, but they were able to just become that impenetrable wall that the wildcards couldn't get through. And you're absolutely right. It just took one play from the Ball Hogs in order to score that goal and put themselves on the board and get that win, right? So can they do the same thing here, or are they going to have to generate more opportunities? Because I think the same thing still applies, right? The wildcards are just getting so many shots on goal. In my mind, eventually one of them is going to go in.
You would think, but, you know, great defense can be able to win championships, and maybe that's gonna be the thing that will win it tonight. We're gonna be going over to, well, let's face it, Venice Beach is a pretty place to be, so let's get back over to it, into the boardwalk. Quanzek, there's still more games to be played, but how many will we be seeing played here? Will it just take two?
Very well, my players will take the ramp down into the arena. And I think you're 100% right, Juggle. It's only a matter of time before wildcards are able to slot in a shot that does ultimately lead to a goal for them. They weren't able to do it in the last game. Let's see if they can do it in this one. The one point I will bring up to counteract that is...
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, I thought that would have gone in from longer. Wait, the second opportunity here for Riley. She's going to actually dish it off to Justin. The tackle does connect, and that's the point I wanted to bring up there. The second possession changes, you know, that scoring opportunity is over. No matter how much momentum you have, you're just immediately put on ice.
Yeah, you are. But right now, this game is on fire because we've already seen 2 goal opportunities come out from the Ball Hogs, which frankly might equal the number of shots that we saw in that entire last game from them, right? At a 50% conversion rate, that's pretty fantastic, right? They're already, you know, one shot past that, or whether they've done those 2 shots. Something likely going in for him soon, but for Purry now with an opportunity. But look at this goaltending from the Ball Hogs. Z-Max gonna see if they can get it in. They do! Beautiful play from above the net to slot one in.
And there is the first goal of the series for Wildcards, although you wouldn't believe it. Brilliant pass. Z-Max jumping over the net, pumping at it a couple of times before the shot does connect. That'll be 1-0 for Wildcards, and I think that's exactly what they were looking for in this series, because with that goal in their pocket now, pressure goes on to Ballhawks, and we saw their strategy in Game 1. With the goal down, they're going to need to change something up before we hit the end of regulation.
Yeah, they really, really are. But I think we've seen some of that difference. But a goal again for the Wildcards. Oh my gosh, are the Ballhawks falling apart?
Defense just not home so far in this game. I mean, the tackle does connect right beforehand, I believe, throwing off the uppercut try, just messing up the timing for Flip to put that one in. 2-0 now. And Ballhawks gonna need to find some answers because they're not looking like themselves from the game before.
No, they're not. The defense has been lacking, but one thing I will say is that their offense has been so much better. Just the reverse, looking to see if they can continue that with a shot from downtown. That goes in, no chance to block it, and the lead is now half.
Downtown, funky stuff. Malone, the second he crosses that gate, it's immediately thrown in down the entire straightaway. 2-1 is now the scoreline, and Ballhogs look like they have life offensively.
That they do. Nax, though, gonna be there with the ball, but not for very long. Will it be picked up by them? Instead, it is Raptor who finds it. They're gonna start to skate back towards that one gate. Finding Riley high on the wall. They're going to be able to do a nice pass to the inner wall to Just Reverse, who's able to jump around one of the defenders. Now he's just got to get through two who were in that 3-4 gate. Is there anybody on goal? Can Z-Max get there quick enough? Riley has an opportunity. She's going to take it, and oh my gosh, just barely misses. And ball transfers to possession of the Wildcards.
Slurpee gets tackled though, but Riley not able to collect. Everybody is circling, and it will finally end up in Flurp's possession. For Purry going down the distance now, gonna hit a quick little dodge and continue towards that first gate. Will cross it. Just playing the longest of long cons right now before the ball is finally dished over to Nax. Nax looking back for Flurp, but that's intercepted by Raptor. Intercepted back by Flurp. We're having a changing of the guard here as either one of these teams swap position, swap possession. But it's still gonna be Ballhogs looking for possession of the ball and that second goal to go in. Maybe this is it with the back and forth between Justin and Raptor.
Justin able to come away with possession here, passing it back to Riley. They're looking to potentially avoid these three defenders, but do decide to just try and punch through them. Raptor gonna be able to get the ball and activate that first gate. Launches themselves off that middle wall, finds Justin reverse, but he hits the ground. Raptor doesn't have much speed either. Justin tries to get some more, but Z-Max comes away with it.
Long dish. Over to Nax. Nax trying to pick up some speed. Gonna opt to throw to somebody who already has speed, and Z-Max off on the side ramp. Gate is open, could extend their lead to 2. Looks like they're gonna opt for the second lap though after faking the first shot, and for Purry has so much room in front of them. Dodging the oncoming tackle, flipping it over to Nax. There's the pass to Z-Max, and he has a wide open net, but he shoots it the wrong way.
He fumbles it. Is the ball going to be recovered by him? No, it's not. Oh, they had a golden opportunity there, but I don't know. Did the nerves get to him or what? Because that should have been a goal. That should have been the game there, Quanzek.
Yeah, I mean, that would have been an equalizer in the series, but still they're playing on, leaving the door open for Ballhogs. That was a golden opportunity. And Z-Max just getting a little bit too crazy with the revolutions, not able to throw it at the right angle. Maybe Redemption's here, though, as they can extend their lead to 3. No, again, opting for the second lap, and Ballhogs look like they're more than happy to just give it to him.
Nice dodging from Flurp. Going to be able to find Nax eye on the wall, but Raptor picks it up. 2 minutes left to go. They want to put this game away, but they've got to at least equalize here. And if preferably for them at least, go for that three-pointer. They go for the equalizing shot. Beautiful play.
And you just have to think your wild cards. If they drop this game, there's only one thing they're thinking about. They could have closed it out with Z-Max's shot, and yet here we are looking at a 2-2 scoreboard. Just under 2 minutes remaining. We're all tied up. It's anybody's game. Do the wild cards equalize, or do Ball Hogs take the series and book their ticket to the grand final? Oh man, I'm excited, Juggle.
So am I. Justin Reverse has the ball right now, and that is bad news bears for the wild cards. He's going to go for a manual pass down to that first ball, but Nack's able to read it and picks it up for the wild cards. Minute and a half left to go, and no clear advantage at the moment, even though possession does remain in the Ball Hogs' favor.
Riley grabbing possession. She'll pass it over to Justin. Justin back to Raptor. Raptor, Justin. They're just going back and forth playing with this ball. Lots of give and go as they're maintaining that speed around the corner. And here Justin goes. As a point man in, Raptor will connect with them. That 1-2 connection stays alive,
Flurp.
but it won't be intercepted by Flurp. Able to read it. Says, I'm tired of your games. Give me that ball.
Exactly. Beautiful play coming out from both squads right now to really deny either one of them a big opportunity to try and score. And something that's been unusual is it's been tied up in this 2-3 straightaway quite a few times, which you don't typically see. And to me, that just says that the defense for both of these teams is really firing right now. Nice manual pass from to Raptor, rather. Going to be able to find Justin Reverse as well. 20 seconds left to go. If they can put away a goal right here, they could even potentially stop the wild cards from maintaining any kind of opportunity to come away with this. Ball going to be missed by Flurp, but eventually does find it. Now possession in their hands as we head into OT. Quanzek.
Riley catching the pass from Justin all alone on this side. Does now have two oncoming. Gonna dodge the first dish hit, but the connection doesn't come through. Communication's not there. Justin is able to recover and make their way back to the ball. Riley now to Raptor. Raptor, I think, looking for Justin, trying to establish that connection between the both of them again. And Justin now taking it all a way around. Stepping to it is gonna be Raptor. Waits open, connects with Justin. That's open. In the last second, saved by Nax.
Oh my gosh. The hero they needed. Nax able to stop that shot from going in. And what a beautiful read on that play as well. Now the wild cards looking to see if they can generate their own opportunity right here to stay alive in this series. Gonna be the pass over to Flurp. Potentially open goal right here. It's gonna be Riley going up for it. Raptor going up for that kick. Doesn't connect, but the rolling pass not gonna be successful. And just reverse comes up with it again for the Ball Hogs. And just gonna clear it down to that 3-4 ball, hoping one of their team members can come up with it. And it is in fact Raptor. Going back to activate that second gate now. Looking potentially for another opportunity. The magnetic pass gonna miss, but Justin could get there in time. Gonna be tackled at the last second, as is Raleigh. Ball still live. Justin comes up with it. Fourth gate now activated. It's gonna be just one player in goal right now. Another has caught up. An opportunity here. They go for the pass in. They miss. Loose ball gonna be picked up again by the wild card.
This clock continues to tick down. Ball Hogs with possession. They've had a few good looks in overtime, but none better than the one that forced that Nax save. Tackle does connect. Z-Max collecting there on the side wall. Tossing in the head for Flurp. Go round the bend. Connect with Nax. Nax taking the extremely high approach over the goal here. Does get tackled though, and all that will be for naught as Justin heading back the opposite way and trying to get something going for his team as he yet again connects to Raptor. This dynamic duo just will not stop passing it to each other.
No, they are doing a great job maintaining possession, or at least they were. It is going to flip back over to the wild cards. They're going to send a loose ball down, though, towards the 1-2 gate, which will be picked up by Raptor.
Justin to Raptor. Raptor taking his time, going back the opposite way, as they just want to take the long way around. Guarantee they have possession. Manual pass now around the corner. Justin will collect his own give and go, but does get tackled, and Nax takes over.
Max with the ball now, looking to see if he can find an opportunity for a pass. Both of these teams now playing very, very calculated, very careful, right? They want to maintain possession of this ball because they realize it is sudden death. So possession, even more so the name of the game right now. Because as soon as you swap it over to the other team, that's just their opportunity to score. Z-Max now able to open that gate, throws in the shot, gonna go a little bit wide. Can they recover? Gonna be Z-Max with it once again, goes for another shot, but intercepted by the defense.
Ball does stay in Wildcard's hands, though. Flurp in danger and recognizes it, just gonna launch it down the other way where Nax is gonna be waiting. They will collect, gate will be open now. Z-Max net to shoot at, has a point man, and we're gonna walk it in. We're gonna see a game 3.
Beautiful play right there. They recognize nobody's on the goal. They're able to dunk it with impunity. Congratulations to the Wildcards for evening up this series and sending us to another game 3.
Will be hanging tight for the time being, and I mean that game, that overtime was so slow. Neither one of those teams wanted to make a mistake, and ultimately Wildcard's just able to force the net open.
And a little bit of welcome, Hail Monkey, you're back. Yes.
Just hanging out with you guys. Every single time I think that we can't get more dramatic, we get dramatic. Right. And I believe, if I looked correctly, Amplify into their run just a bit ago off of a bunch of saves, bunch of OTs, a bunch of craziness. Golden Boys still have a chance to continue theirs, and I think they're going against Freelo, and I think Freelo was taken down by the Golden Boys as well.
Yes.
So, Chaos reigns supreme, but Golden Boys are making their long-term run, and these two teams right now are fighting it out. This is crazy. This is great defense, great offense, and I think finally both teams are finding their final form. But is that true juggle? Is there any big struggles that I'm just not citing out?
I think they really have. I think they really have found their final form. Each of these teams is now performing, I think, to the highest of their abilities. It's coming down to these more creative plays. It's coming down to these, momentary opportunities that these players are recognizing that's giving them a little bit of an edge. So as far as I can tell, no huge mistakes coming out for either side. It's really just each of these teams raising the bar against each other.
Well, let's see if they can continue to raise the bar, maybe lower it and force a little bit of limbo. Quanzek, who's got the better dexterity to survive that kind of competition? Will it be the Ball Hogs or will it be the Wildcards?
Oh, man.
You can clear your throat to stall all you want, but we're still gonna wait for the answer.
Me on the spot. If the question phrase, we're gonna have to reset here. Had two players not get into the lobby. If the question was dexterity, I feel like that's got to go over 2 Wildcards. You know, you got to have that sleight of hand when you have those tricks up your sleeve, and that's the definition of dexterity in order to pull off those tricks. So, Wildcards, I'm going to give it to them, and I'd love to see them go all the way and contend in that grand final.
Well, I believe that they have the chance. They've done it before. They've shown that they can do it multiple times, but they have not been able to be the winners for any of these open skates. So maybe this is their big time, but Golden Boys are still looming in the background. In case you guys have not kept track of how the bracket has been looking, well, let me help you out there. Bang! There's the bracket in the chat. Should be able to hang out with it. I'm being added in Roller Champs. Hold on. Everyone says, also, can we not make it Chichen Itza or chicken pizza? Apparently, they do not like chicken pizza. So we will not be going over to chicken pizza. All right, my apologies. We're going to be doing Mexico because Mexico is just dope. So we're getting ready for this game. And I've liked the passing that's gone on between Raptor and Justin Reverse. I've loved Riley as her role has seemed to be kind of the enforcer, and that's both the glue and the enforcer, which is like how to keep the machine going. Where for Purry, he's kind of that do all, see all, will all, be all for the side of the wild cards. Literally is the wild in the cards of that entire hand they hold. So I don't know. Am I putting too much weight on Furpurry or on Flurp?
I don't think so.
Oh, jinx.
There we go.
Look at that.
I got him. Yes.
We're both in agreement. Yeah. And I know you didn't ask me, but I'm going to throw this in there as well. I think this is the wild cards. They've shown that they can come back from a 0-1 deficit. But let's get back on track to the question you were asking.
I think Flirt plays the role of the enabler for his team. Like for Purry, you know, the kind of that jack of all trades, but I don't think they're doing too much because that is their role. They're setting up their teammates. They're enabling these plays. They are the eyes, the quarterback, if you will, of the squad, the point guard, whatever sport analogy you want to bring to it. I think that is Furpurry's role, and we're seeing them thrive doing it. And that's enabled this team to stay in it through these close series, but they're going to need to pull out one more if they're trying to get to the grand finals.
Don't you love whenever the producer hits leave match instead of start match, and so he leaves everyone else behind? Some good stuff out there. And oh, look, it's chicken pizza. No, we're not doing chicken pizza. We're going to be going over to Mexico Arena. Not leave match, start match. You would think they'd like ask an "Are you sure?" whenever you do that, but apparently you hit leave match, you're gone like in an instant, just boom, boom, out of there. So either way, this one is not for all the marbles, but it's for a lot of the marbles to be able to get to the grand finals. Both these teams have been there before, but it's been the Ball Hogs that have been wanting to make a deeper run for a while. Will they be able to persevere on the scales that Justin Reverse has been able to set up for them, or will Flurp and company be able to deal them a bad hand? We go over to Mexico Arena. Let's figure it all out. You two, take us the distance.
The players are locked and loaded, ready to fly out of those ramps. Another game 3 for us here tonight. Quanzek here in Mexico Arena. Both teams now positioning themselves up high on that wall. Who's going to come away with the ball first? It's going to come out of that number 1 gate. Possession early on will be in favor of the wild cards.
Now pass does connect over to Flirt. We were talking about them during our intermission, our brief break between games. They are that enabler. They have the clutch factor. Jack of all trades for this squad. And so far, it's Wildcards keeping possession here, working towards the first lap.
Z-Max now with potentially an opportunity on goal, but he's going to have to get past a few defenders. Nice pass over to Flirt, but he just runs head first into a tackle, and that's going to be the ball flipping possession in favor of the Ball Hogs.
What do you think Ball Hog's mascot is? Like, obviously it's a hog, but like what type? Is it like Pumbaa, or is it like Charlotte? Or like, if you had to name one hog to their squad?
It's a warthog. It's 100% a warthog. Unpredictable, wild, very aggressive. I think it's a warthog. That's gonna get my vote.
Got it. Well, we'll see if their warthog wildness can go toe to toe with the wild cards. They do have the first lap completed. The gate is open for this ball to go in, and Flirt just trying to bait in some defenders to get them all the way around the corner, but to no avail as he does lose possession of the ball. Immediately picked back up by Z-Max, but they gotta go the distance again.
That they do. So I'm gonna pose this question to you now, Quanzek. So, if the wild cards were a particular card in a deck of 52, who would they be? And yeah.
Okay. So the most wildish. It's a deck of 52. I can't include the Joker because I feel like that's the easiest cop-out answer. Let's throw it to. I'm thinking either the Ace of Spades, because that's like the most, that's probably the most famous card in the card deck.
Right?
But I'm actually gonna go the Jack of Hearts, because the wild cards, they're Jack of all trades. They can pull whatever trick out of their sleeve, and they're gonna win over your heart. They are going to be able to play both sides, not just the crazy side, but the sweet and compassionate side. I know they've won over mine, and they're, you know, no caster bias here, but, you know, if I was watching and not commentating, I think they'd be my pick to go the distance, purely because I think they're the underdog out of the 3 remaining teams.
I love it. I love it. I like your take on that. And right now, my take on this game is that it is once again very, very evenly matched. Just about halfway through regulation time, no goals scored just yet, and no real opportunities for either team. So once again, defense has been the name of the game, at least so far. Flurp, though, with possession, he's got to get through 2 defenders, able to dart around one of them. Shot opportunity right here. They're gonna try for the pass instead, but Raptor reads it like a book.
Justin throwing it as far as he possibly can down the rink. Will collect his own pass and actually just gonna go for a shot, and it connects Justin, the one-man show.
Beautiful shot right there. Gonna be able to take it from downtown again, and that's yielded 2 big opportunities for them so far. It makes me wonder if perhaps the Wildcards need to consider rotating back to the goal a little bit earlier.
Defensive, obviously, not being where it should be, considering they are 1-0 down. That is how the game works. Justin taking it around, looking for a potential second, gonna connect with Raptor. This 1-2 connection still prevalent into this game 3. That pass is completely wayward, but does still find its way back to Raptor, and they will continue this push. Justin and now Riley with the ball, looking back towards Justin. This is just the passing play that Ball Hogs love. It does get broken up, but they stay really tight and compact to one another, which is contrary to a lot of what we've seen on stream so far today.
Yeah, you know, but I feel like that compactness, right? It's a process of like compacting and then spreading out again, right? You want to kind of compact yourselves in those bowls and then spread yourself out along those straightaways, right? Because if you can kind of connect the dots along the wall high above, just like we saw right there, right? If you can get through the bowls. So, and again, that's what we're seeing right here, that kind of collapsing, connect the dots around the bowls and then try to spread out in the straightaways. Just in reverse, though, gonna be knocked down, finding it hard to see a teammate. Eventually finds Raptor, who gives it right back to Justin. Gonna find Riley this time. She goes for a pass, but is picked up by Flurp.
Flurp now, working his way around the corner, finding Nax, and it's gonna be the wild cards looking for this equalizer. Flurp gonna take it all the way around. It looks like Ball Hogs are almost giving them the lap. There it is. There's the tackle. Who catches it? It'll be Raptor. And I think the game plan right now from Ball Hogs is just stall out the clock. They've been more than happy playing the possession game. They have the lead, and with only a minute 15 seconds left, I think they're just gonna be content throwing the ball around and forcing the ball into the Wildcards court.
It's gonna be Flurp, though, coming away with it. They realize that now is the do or die time. They need to try and maintain possession for all they're worth, but it's gonna go back over to Riley. We are deep into stall time now for the Ball Hogs. Nax, though, gonna be able to pick it up, keeping it in possession for the Wildcards. 40 seconds left to go. They have to make something of this possession right here. Otherwise, it is likely game over. Nax with a breakaway opportunity. Dodges one player. It's gonna be up to Z-Max. They're gonna get tackled, though. Raptor with it. 30 seconds left to go. Can they maintain possession? Riley has it now. They just have to stay away from the Wildcards, but they can't.
I mean, it's just another 20 seconds. They need possession of the ball. This one over to Flurp. He's going to go the long way. It's not rushing this lap. The play is to keep the ball in his hands and force a goal in overtime. or extended time rather, that would lead us into overtime. Again, just gonna let the clock tick down. We now have the last chance popping up. If Flurp and Co. lose this ball,
wow, Nax.
that'll be the game.
Nax going for a pass, drops onto the ground, has to go for a magnetic pass. It's not going to connect immediately, but Flurp does pick it up. They still alive, but they haven't been able to activate this 2-gate for the last minute at least. They've gotten that first one. Going to be Justin going for a tackle, misses it. That gives an opportunity. Now Nax is going to come away with the ball. They're making their way over to that gate number 2. They go for a pass. That was dangerous. They're able to activate that second gate, though. Flurp with an opportunity, but he's going to be tackled. Who's going to come up with it? It's going to be the Ball Hogs. That's going to be the game win, sending them on to the grand finals.
Ball Hogs hang on. Wild cards fall short in game 3. Able to come out in the semis, not the finals. They will be your next stream match in the losers final against Golden Boys. I know what wild cards are doing. They just want more stream time. They want to be a part of Captain and Bears
Saka,
cast. Yep.
Yeah.
They want to be a part of that in the losers final, and they're giving us the content going into the grand final. That is the play, but that'll do it for the winners final here.
Oh man, I apologize to everyone that's witnessing. Oh, at least you're able to see the majority of it. My GPU is on fire.
Oh, no. Oh,
It's
no.
about as on fire as the Ball Hogs. So, yeah, that's at least fun, you know. But we've been having some good gameplay, which is great for all of you guys are able to. It's literally just chaos down there. So I'm gonna be looking at that for a moment. May restart stream. We did get to at least have Quanzek and Juggle God. You guys were fantastic. It was wonderful to be able to have you both together. Quanzek, thank you so much for having your first chance of being able to cast some roller champions. Was it everything that you could have wanted and more?
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy playing the game. This game has so much potential. Not only am I into playing it, but I also want to get into casting it. And for my first cast, definitely could have gone much better. But I'm looking forward.
You did great. Don't sell yourself short. Hold on.
Okay.
You're not supposed to do this as a caster, but I'm going to interrupt you and stop you right there, Quanzek. You nailed it. You nailed it.
Oh, thank you, Juggle. I'm over here blushing. All I'm saying is there was room for improvement, but I enjoyed my time. My co-caster was phenomenal, and I'm looking forward to making my way back here next Wednesday.
Oh man. Well, you know what? We appreciate that. And Juggle, thank you so much for coming back to us one way or another. The clouds will open and the deities will allow you to exit their forever after party. And, you know, are you doing anything coming up? I know that we have you, I think, competing this weekend, right?
Yes, I am in fact competing in the Team Frontline Valorant tournament. My game is tomorrow, as a matter of fact. So, got my fingers crossed. We're gonna be able to take down the pandas and make our way back onto stream. So yeah, we're gonna see. I've been studying my lineups. I got new ones. I am ready. Any map anyone picks, I got new lineups. There's no stopping me once it's planted.
As the crowd say, my money don't juggle, it folds, apparently. So we're going to get to see some of those lineups. Hopefully they are lined up just fine. We're going to be taking a little bit of a break. I'm going to make sure that this one is seen fluidly and that you guys will be able to see everything that happens and not just in slow motion, stop diorama time. I want to make sure that maybe I go get an extra fan and just blow it into the dang old PC. So for right now, go get some extra snacks. It's gonna be a big one. Golden Boys, they've been able to survive this long. Can they survive longer against the wonderful wild cards? We'll be able to find out right after this.